Objective Geology, multiple choice questions with answers. It is a question paper of Assistant Conservator Forest Geology question paper 2014. This solved question paper is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NET, GATE, GSI, Civil Services exams, ONGC and other set exams. Welcome to set 5. Coming to the first question. Specific gravity of amphiboles. Choices are A. Increases with increase in iron content. B. Decreases with increase in iron content. C. Increases with decreases in iron content. And D. It does not change with change in the iron content. Specific gravity of amphiboles, it increases with increase in iron content. The specific gravity values of amphiboles, it ranges from 2.9 to 3.6 and this increases with increase in iron content. A is the correct option. Next question. Tendency of a crystallized mineral to break in certain definite directions, yielding more or less smooth surface is called A. Elasticity, B. Cleavage, C. Porosity, D. Limit of plasticity. So this is a very straightforward question. The correct option is cleavage. So cleavage is the property of a mineral that allows it to break smoothly along specific internal planes. These are also called as cleavage planes when the mineral is struck sharply with a hammer. So the correct answer is B. Cleavage. Next question. Which of the following is orthorhombic? A. Diapside, B. Hypersthene, C. Augite, D. Heidenbergite. So the correct answer is B. Hypersthene. Diapside is a pyroxene mineral and it belongs to monoclinic crystal system. And augite, so this is a common rock forming pyroxene mineral and the crystals are monoclinic and prismatic. And Heidenbergite, this is an iron rich end member of the pyroxene group and it belongs to monoclinic crystal system. And hypersthene is a common rock forming inosilicate mineral. It belongs to the group of orthorhombic pyroxenes. So which of the following is orthorhombic means hypersthene is orthorhombic, whereas the diapside, augite and Heidenbergite, they belong to monoclinic crystal system. So B is the correct option. Next question. Which of the following does not belong to pyroxene group? A. Enstatite, B. Braunite, C. Bronzite, D. Augite. So the correct option is Braunite. So enstatite, bronzite and augite, so they all belong to pyroxene group, whereas a braunite is a manganese silicate, so it does not belong to pyroxene group. So the correct option is B. Braunite. Next question. Quartz is a mineral originated from A. Magmatic segregation, B. Pegmatitic, C. Hydrothermal, D. Sublimation. So quartz is a mineral originated from pegmatitic solution. So B is the correct option. Next question. In Mohs scale of hardness, which of the following represents the value for quartz? So that means what is the hardness of quartz according to the Mohs scale? A 6, B 7, C 8 and D 9. Obviously the correct answer is B 7. Next question. Muscovite belongs to A. Triclinic system, B. Monoclinic system, C. Orthorhombic system, D. Cubic system. So muscovite, it's a mica family, it belongs to monoclinic system. So B is the correct. Next question. Anthophyllite belongs to A. Triclinic system, B. Monoclinic system and C. Orthorhombic system and D. Tetragonal system. So anthophyllite belongs to orthorhombic. So anthophyllite is an orthorhombic amphibole. So C is the correct option. Next question. Hardness of muscovite is greatest. Options are A. On cleavage, B. Across cleavage, C. At an acute angle to cleavage, D. At an obtuse angle to cleavage. So hardness of muscovite is greatest across the cleavage. So B is the correct option. Next question. Faces of crystal parallel to which there is a perfect cleavage often shows A. Vitreous luster, B. Resinous luster, C. Greasy luster and D. Pearly luster. So the correct option is pearly luster. Pearly luster is a characteristic of mineral surfaces that are parallel to well-developed cleavage planes and the cleavage surface of a mineral. So the faces of crystal parallel to which there is a perfect cleavage, it shows a pearly luster. D is the correct option. Next question. Planes of cleavage are A. Parallel to crystal faces, B. perpendicular to the crystal faces, C, at an acute angle to the crystal faces, and D, at an obtuse angle to crystal face. So planes of cleavages are parallel to the crystal faces. A is the correct option. Next question. Orthoaxis in monoclinic system is also called as A axis, B clinoaxis, C B axis, D vertical C axis. So the orthoaxis in monoclinic system is also called as B axis. Next question. The angles of inclination between like faces on the crystals of any species are essentially A. Depends on the intersection of axes. B. Vary from one area to other. C. It depends on the parallelism to axis, and D. Constant. So the angles of inclination between the similar faces on the crystals of any species are essentially constant. So D is the correct option. Next question. There may be a variation in the size of like faces, thus producing A. Crystalline massive forms, B. Different crystallines, C. Distorted forms, and D. Pseudomorphous forms. So the variation in the sizes of like faces produces distorted forms. C is the correct option. Next question. An axis of symmetry is always normal to a possible crystal face and parallel to the A. Two similar faces, B. Edge of intersection of two crystal faces, C. Two dissimilar faces, D. A crystallographic plane. So an axis of symmetry is always perpendicular to the possible crystal face and is parallel to the edge of intersection of two crystal faces. So B is the correct option. Next question. A zone includes a series of faces of a crystal whose intersection lines are mutually parallel to each other and to a common line drawn through the center of the crystal. And it is known as A. Zonal plane, B. Zone axis, C. Zonal equation, D. Mimetic zone. So zone axis, it is a zone and it covers a series of crystal faces where the intersection lines are mutually parallel to each other, and when a common line is drawn through the center of the crystal, this is known as a zone axis. B is the correct option. Next question. The form hexoctahedron of isometric system is bounded by 48 similar faces. Each intersects A. 3 axes at equal distances, B. 2 axes at unequal distances, C. 3 axes at unequal distances, and D. 2 axes at equal distance. The form of hexoctahedron of isometric system is bounded by 48 similar faces and each intersects 3 axes at unequal distances. Next question. In orthorhombic system of the two horizontal axes, the longer is always taken as A axis, B macro axis, C brachyaxis, D vertical C axis. So the correct option is macro axis. In orthorhombic system, one of the two horizontal axes. So the longer is always macro axis. Next question. The forms of normal class in hexagonal system have A. 6 horizontal planes of symmetry, B. 6 vertical planes of symmetry, C. 6 horizontal 6-fold axis of symmetry, and D. 2 vertical axis of 4-fold. So the forms of normal class in hexagonal system have 6 vertical planes of symmetry. Next question. The diametral prism of normal class in triclinic system has A. 3 sets of unlike faces, B. 3 sets of like faces, C. 2 sets of unlike faces, and D. 1 set of like faces. So the diametral prism of normal class in triclinic system has 3 sets of unlike faces. Hope you have learned something from these questions and hope you can subscribe and see you in the next video. Thank you for your time.